Hello and welcome or welcome back to the Virtual Y. My name is Mike and this is 45 minutes of yoga. So if it's new to you, I like to teach a lot of what we do here in what I call classic mode, down the middle, but then offering options for you to make things gentler, offering options for you to make things more energetic at times, depending on your experience, all right? Stick with it, do things, repeatedly, give yourself a chance to learn. Have props handy. We're gonna begin lying back, but have props handy, your blanket, block, and strap, or something that fits the bill for those. But let's go ahead and center for a moment first. Roll back, all right? Just place the feet wide and knees together, and breathe for me nice and deeply. All right, so I'd like you to go ahead and take a count of 6 when you inhale, and a count of 6 when you exhale. Do that a couple times. And then I'll also add an element to this breathing, so keep it going nice and deeply. I'd like you to do an Ujjayi pranayama. And all that is to add some constriction at your throat so you feel a whisper. So you're gonna inhale and feel it at the throat because you have a little bit of a tightness. Same thing when you exhale, you might hear it or feel it a little bit more in the throat, okay? Smooth, you're still doing that deep inhale. And of course, this isn't generating a huge noisy sound, and it's not restricting your breath. It's a focal point and it's a warming element, okay? So just seeing, or I should say, feeling and hearing that breath a little bit at the throat as you inhale and exhale. Just kind of notice what that does to your attention. Hopefully focuses you in a little bit. Good. We've got a fire practice ahead of us today called Agni. Agni is the Sanskrit word for fire. And let's go ahead and start warming up. So it's gonna be a little, abdominal focus, and we're gonna inhale, start with feet up and arms overhead, and then exhale, we're gonna go ahead and compress that belly and go ahead and bring your chin up too. Okay, so inhale, really stretch those legs. Exhale, come on in and drawing everything up so that you're really activating the whole abdominal wall, right? Exhale, come on in. Let's do one more of those. Inhale, and as you're doing this, please put some attention on energizing your core, all right? Now, let's go ahead and put this down, and we're gonna do a static bridge. So feet real close, and then just go ahead and lift, ground into your shoulders, all right? Sometimes people like to put the elbows in. It kind of helps you push down in order to lift up, and hold whatever's right for you. Now, you could also do a little flow like this, down and up, but I'm holding this today because we are generating fire in this practice. Agni practice. So give a little bit of extra attention in your mid-center. Your third chakra, your navel chakra, is also associated with a fire element, okay? Nice. Okay, let's go ahead and one vertebra at a time, bring that down. Once more, hug the chin into the chest, and then give me a couple rock and rolls here. Hesitate at the top, all right? Backing up, backing up. And we're actually gonna cross our legs because I wanna flip onto your front next, okay? So let's go ahead and maybe give it a try. See if you can flip all the way. And maybe that's a skill you develop over time with familiarity. And we'll do our basic cat-cow. So inhale, bring yourself forward, lengthen your backside. Exhale, push yourself into a child's pose. Inhale, pull on the hands, look forward. Exhale, push and retreat into your belly, okay? Few times here. Really great for warming up the spine. Good, come on through and push on back. Good, now we're gonna go ahead and come back to tabletop. Make a good impression in the mat, please, and tuck your toes, take an inhale. And then exhale, come to down dog. And I wanna do that a few times. So inhale, you can put your knees down and look through like we just did. Exhale, belly button up to lift your hips, okay? Press the legs back. Inhale, come on through. Press up. Good, and just hold here in down dog for a sec. Maybe go ahead and pedal through those legs. Give yourself permission to warm up in stages on there. So exhaling, maybe left foot, all right? Inhaling right foot. Heel to the ground, and let that wake up. just know at the beginning of your practice, you're not going to be perfectly warmed up everywhere. That's why we're doing this. Okay, let's go ahead and put our knees down, and we're going to come all the way down and do just a little bit of a locust flow. So locust, you can have your hands under your shoulders. That's more cobra. Locust, you're going to pull them back here and be a little bit more energetic. The legs are long. Press your feet into the floor. Inhale, and then exhale, just release. Do that a few times. Inhale, let's think about those arms hugging the body. Exhale. Good. Inhale on up and exhale. One more. And I'm always going to go with the breath as well, all my movement. Nice. Let's go ahead, put the hands at the shoulders, tuck the toes, come back to down dog one more time. All right. Then inhale, bend your knees, look to your hands, start your exhale, and then walk up to the top of that mat. Let's go ahead and have a moment of good stability. Chakra 1. All right. Good groundedness. And then find yourself in the middle. Nod yes. Shake your head no. Cast off anything that's not serving you today. All right? And then let's bend our knees. Pick up your heart and rise. Bring those hands up overhead. Beautiful. Find Tadasana. Again, I always like to make sure we have a nice mountain pose here in the beginning. Have a good, launch pad from where we are going to keep going. Let's go ahead and step your left foot back. And we're gonna keep those feet more or less in 2 lanes. And we're gonna take an inhale, and then exhale, come over the top for triangle. And this is a flow, so inhale. In the beginning, usually can count on some flows, makes sense, okay? Inhale, always level off. Exhale, come on over. Good. Inhale. Exhale. And then let's just hold that up. Shine up for a moment. Open that shoulder. Good. All right, and then let's go ahead, come back on up and stop in the middle here. Stop in the middle for a little bit of a chair sequence. So we're gonna go ahead and inhale, sit into a chair, and then exhale, give me a nice forward fold. Then we're gonna come into the chair again, all right there, and then exhale. So you can keep a light chair, all right, and then just fold. And then inhale, chair once more, and again, it could be a high chair, and Tadasana. Good, or as deeply as you want to practice. Abs are on. Exhale, fold forward. Sit in the chair. Good. Ta-da. Nice. We're going to turn the toes the other way so that your left foot is forward and the right foot steps back. Inhale, spread your wings. Exhale, go way far forward and over the top there. Inhale. So when I go into triangle, I reach way out there because you want to be using your obliques for strength to hold yourself out there at an angle. So you're gonna feel that work. Good, reach, come on over. And then let's hold this one, hold that overhead. Beautiful. And of course, we're gonna do some sun salutations. So let's go ahead, inhale, pivot back through the center, and exhale, come back to the top of the mat, wherever it is for you. At home, you may be oriented differently. Let's do sun salutations. Inhale here, just stand really nice and tall. Exhale, come down, forward fold. From here, put your hands on your shins, give me a nice halfway lift where you really straighten your back, straighten your arms, make sure your shoulders are back, belly button in and up, okay? Let's realign our breath. Inhale, and then I want you to exhale and step back into a plank, all right? So it's early, maybe on knees. Inhale here. Now exhale, hug the arms to the body, come low into crocodile. Release to the floor. We did something like this a second ago. Cobra with the hands under the shoulders, all right? Tuck the toes, and then I'm gonna use my navel, my belly button, bring myself back up, like so, okay? Inhale, bend your knees, look to your hands. Start your exhale and then walk, or if you like to practice floating, go ahead. Then halfway lift here, and exhale, forward fold. Nice and heavy. Rise, come all the way up, nice and tall again. Exhale to Tadasana. I'm gonna do that 2 more times. The inhale's so good for warming us up. Exhale, fold, okay? Halfway lift, inhale, press everything to straighten us. Exhale, back to a plank, all right? Take an inhale to hold the plank. Exhale, then from knees or toes, come on down. Inhale through baby cobra. Up dog looks like this. So my legs are off the mat and my arms are straight. Tuck the toes. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, bend the knees, look to the hands. Start your exhale. of that empty belly, come on up, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. So rhythmic breath, inhale, come on up. Even if I didn't say inhale and exhale, over time becomes more natural feeling to you. Inhale, certain poses or parts of the flow are gonna feel like the inhale and feel like the exhale. Halfway lift, we're still doing it, inhale. To plank on the exhale, okay? Hold there as you inhale, nice and strong, knees or toes. Exhale, hug the arms into the body, all right? Inhale through, cobra or up dog, big range there. Exhale, navel up, down dog. Bend your knees, inhale, look to the hands, and start your exhale. Bring it up. Halfway lift again, even longer. Come on, forward fold, even deeper. Let's rise. Beautiful. And ta-da, sana. Steady in your mountain pose, ready to move on. So again, we're gonna leave the right foot forward, step your left foot back, and we're gonna do a little warrior one. This is for warrior one. So 2 lanes I like to have. Let's have the hands up. You really want that knee to bend towards the front, and you really want that to be secure. All right, come on up. So I've got a little flow here today. We're gonna start by straightening, and then as you exhale, you're gonna bend and draw the hands, the thumbs touch the heart. Now then you inhale, lift your heart back into your hands, and then exhale, come into what I kind of call this lightning warrior. Okay, so inhale here, straighten, all right? Then we're gonna rebend. Exhale, come on down. Relift your heart, your hands. Exhale, lean forward. Good, inhale. So if you wanted to keep the leg bent, you could. Exhale, let's go back in, but I'm just giving you that beat of a break. Inhale up, good. Exhale. Inhale, you want to for sure find something to enjoy about your exercise routines. Inhale, or you're not going to do them, right? Exhale. And now let's just hold the leg bent and give me a nice static warrior one. You could also stay right there. Otherwise, classic, hands are up. As much bend as your knees are ready for. Do the practice that you need, not the one that you want, okay? Sometimes we want less, but we need more. And vice versa. Okay, let's go ahead and straighten. I was bad. I did not have my block here. I need my block. Okay, we're gonna do a revolved triangle, that's why. You're gonna take this left hand, put it straight down under your shoulder, and then go ahead and open on up the other way. Now, it's crucial that your feet stay flat. When I do this in class, people get really focused on the twist, and then their foundation and their feet gets lost. Stack those shoulders as best you can, or rest your hand down behind you. A lighter version of it could even look like this. I could support on my leg and just look that way. Almost always, there's a way to make a pose gentler and more accessible to you. All right. So then, I want you to come on up. Windmill on up, and then loosen up, because I want to practice a half moon today. And a half moon can be challenging if you are still working on your balance, but I'm going to show you the ways to progress through it. Let's start right here. So I'll show you quick what it is. It's that, all right? So let's look at the easy, gentle way first. You're going to put your hands on your block, and here's how you practice skills. Put your weight in your right foot, and just let that other foot sweep back and up and start gaining strength in your glutes, okay? Now, eventually, maybe you can leave that block right in front of your foot. Start turning your hip open to the sky, which is gonna peel your shoulder up, and then likewise with the arm, all right? So really press into the floor to resist and go away from gravity. Press down to lift up. And I notice I have more squishiness in my mat here, which FYI, squishiness is the enemy of balance. Oh my goodness. Or just remember, so go ahead and release that. Remember, this is called 3-point stance. You can just do that anytime you need as well. Okay, let's go ahead and come on up. Ha. Remember the balance, funnest thing you did all day. Wide legs. Now you might want this again. Nice and wide, good and wide. Wrists, all right. Inhale and up. Let's go ahead, exhale, and find this. So some people, if you are still working on your flexibility, grab this block. Otherwise, some people can come to the floor. Now put your left hand underneath your chin and see if you can peel up and give me another twist that way. Maybe you even like to drop that hand behind you. Now here's a subtle thing to try to do. You're turning up to the right from your belly button upwards. Now from your belly button downwards, can you turn the hips the other way? Oh, there's a bit of magic in there for your protecting your SI joint. And this is gonna, if you feel like you're really like a pretzel, you're gonna grab that block, please, all right? Because this is multiple things going on. Beautiful. Good, so let's go ahead, come on into that. And then I wanna walk into the right just for a moment. Have a good stretch there on the inner thighs. Inhale, come center. Exhale, other side. Let's do one more round of that. Inhale, come center. Exhale, really deeply. Take big breaths here. Inhale, center. Last one over to the left. Good. All right, come back into the center. Bend your knees. Hands on thighs. That's a nice way to protect the back as you come on up. And then take an inhale, practicing exhale to the top of the mat. Beautiful. All right, you are ready to do the other side, which is going to be to leave the left foot forward. Right here for warrior warrior one. Bend your knee towards your foot, okay? And we're gonna start with just getting our good form. Before we flow, make sure both of your feet feel sticky. Nice and firm into the floor. All right, so let's inhale and straighten as our first beat. Exhale, bend and draw your hands to your heart. Inhale, lift your heart up to your thumbs. Exhale, lightning warrior. Good. Inhale, straighten or keep it bent, but exhale and we bend again. Okay, inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, so you're sending a lot of weight forward here. You can feel really out of balance. Inhale if that back foot is not really grounded. Come on down. Lift the heart, inhale. Good. So I am really pressing into that back foot a lot. Really getting it rooted into that mat, okay? Bend that front leg, inhale. Good, exhale. And we're gonna hold warrior one here, just hold it up for a beat, all right? A beat to settle, breath, inhale. Surrender. Nice. Okay, let's go ahead and straighten. Again, where's that block? I'm gonna grab it, and I also kind of I practice this sort of rotational, like throwing the baseball. Put the right hand down then. So I instinctively felt immediately that my feet needed to move. Obey that, okay? Two lanes in those feet, and then shine up, all right? Options might look like this. Option might look something simpler like that. This front knee has a micro bend, all right? And the micro bend is just so that we don't, I have those knees that can get hyperextended. I really did in my younger days too. And that's dangerous during exercise. So especially if you're prone to that, you wanna make sure you keep that micro bend. It's safer and more supported, more strength happening around there. Good. Okay, let's go ahead and windmill back up. And then we're gonna just get ready for that other half moon. So just make sure that you're feeling okay about the balance, all right? Not taking things too seriously. 3-point stance is the place to start. Grab the block. Make yourself very tabletop-like. See that? It's about a foot in front of my foot. And then the simplest thing is to just go ahead and start bringing that left or the right foot back. So we have the left forward this time. And if you're gonna try half moon, keep the block straight in front of that front foot and start, really pressing away. So you're always gonna feel this back and forth. That's how we balance. And then really let the leg shine up. Everything opening nice and tall to the sky. Keep breathing, don't hold that. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can come down with a modicum of grace. Hands to thighs, rise. rise on up. Nice, and again, just let it go. Especially if you need a little love on that ankle. Okay. Let's go back. We're gonna do the other wide-legged twist. So good and wide, inhale. If I need the block, I'm gonna grab it. Come forward. You know, when you get down here, come forward. I see people stay really turtle-ish in here. I want a long back always, especially in twists, all right? And then I'm gonna go ahead and take that left arm up to the sky. You can stack, you can release, you could be on the block at some height, or just completely on the floor. But again, remembering that you want that back long. Every single twist has a tall spine down its middle. Twisting from the navel up, and from the navel down, maybe a micro twist the other way. Look into the twist and fix your gaze there instead of wandering around. Let's just have a moment where we are, no exertion, no exertion. Just go ahead and let the feet be really grounded, maybe the heels wider, and use your block if you need to, otherwise just walk yourself into a nice fold. And we have this tendency in this pose. We have this tendency to let our hips go back and our heels to catch all the weight. I want you to put equal weight in the front of your feet as are in the heels, okay? Find your centered foot, and then maybe you can continue to walk your hands back, all right? Let your head relax and feel gravity. If you're tight, you want to just kind of breathe into that tightness and try to relax as much as possible. Draw your navel in and up. Every exhale, draw your navel back, in and up. Maybe that gets you deeper into that fold. Good. Let's start walking up and out of that. Bend your knees. Again, support yourself on the way up. Inhale and exhale. Nice. All right, hopefully not feeling dizzy from getting up. We're going to do a down dog. So a down dog where I really want you to hold your fire in your belly. So let's come on up and exhale. So let me show you the options on down dog as well. So just have a down dog that is your friend, yogi's best friend, right? Press nicely into your hands. Press so that you lift the hips. And then as you exhale, let the heels be heavy and the thigh bones start to press back, all right? If you need to, you could do puppy, which looks like this. You're on your knees, but you gotta walk out. And it's a very similar kind of muscular work, okay? You're still using your shoulders and your midsection, all right? And here, pretend like you're breathing into your navel. Inhale into your navel, and then exhale from your legs up into your navel, all right? So you're inhaling, everything feeds the fire. Inhale, breath down into your belly. Exhale, energy up into your belly, all right? Have that be the center. Give me 2 more breaths. So, really using down dog as a proper pose here. Inhale into the belly, down. Exhale, up into the belly. Good. Let's take a moment. Put your knees down wide, toes together, and give me a nice child's pose where you just release, surrender, just hold yourself, head down, arms down for a moment. Gain some coolness back. All right. So take one more breath there. And then we are going to come on and have a seat. So come on over. And before we do this, it's optional, but sometimes we do this breath called Kapalabhati, and it's skull shining. It's real quick, it sounds like this. But it's not so fast that I run out of breath. Don't run out of breath. You have to give yourself time. And I'm bringing my belly in. And I'm touching the roof of my sinuses, okay? You'll be happy I gave you the explanation for what's next. Boat, because we're gonna do it with a boat. Super fun. Okay, so remember, a light boat looks like this, or like this, but I want you to find something a little bit more strenuous. Well, I mean for you. Fire, it's a fire practice. Agni on, all right? Then find your most work and start with the Kapalabhati. In and up, in and up. Abdominals, in. Two more. And then give me a nice lift. Oh my goodness. And then just come on and sit forward for just a sec in a nice staff pose. So let's put ourselves into a beautiful form here. Draw the toes back, legs nice and active. And use your core to actually sit up and have good posture, right? So we are going to have another practice of bridge. So fairly warmed up, and we did it in the beginning. Lying back, you want to have the feet in good and close. And option is to just dig your elbows into the side, point the hands up, okay? Inhale and lift, and that's a great bridge. Now, if you want to keep going, roll your shoulders underneath you and really press everything into the floor and keep lifting your hips higher. Now, if you have more shoulder openness, you're going to keep going even more. Hold the fists together, hold your, palms together, and keep shrugging the shoulders. Lift, lift. Now, if you try something and you're like, something just doesn't feel right, well, then that's your cue that maybe you need to take some time yet on both strength or flexibility, okay? Press nicely into your feet. Squeeze the backside of the body. Press into your arms. And breathe. Oh, we get into this core work. We stop breathing. So it's a decent hold here. Again, stoking fire in our midsection. So let's think about letting hands go, shoulders go, and so easy. Down, down, down. And we're gonna just counter that with a little apanasana, all right? Hug the knees and just let the legs compress the belly for a moment. Don't be afraid to take a big breath. And let those legs force the air out. Good, good, good. And then we're just gonna do a real simple, a simple bicycle. So I'd like you're gonna hug your right knee in as you press your left heel out. So that's an exhale, all right? Then you inhale and change. Then your exhale, draw the knee in and kick it out. So you should feel stretch on your inner thighs, all right? So inhale, change, exhale, and you can rest your head, all right? Inhale, change, exhale, kick. Inhale, exhale, hug the knee in. Stretch everything. Inhale. Good. I'm going to do a healthy number of these. Exhale. Okay. Inhale. When you exhale, draw the knee in. Inhale, change. When you exhale, kick the heel away. Inhale. Exhale. And take your time. So the stronger you are, the slower you can go. When you have the tendency to want to speed up, well, it means you're not strong enough yet to do it. All right, you're wanting to race. I'm gonna do one last one here. Even rights and lefts, all right, And then just let that go for a sec. Let the feet settle down wide and take a recovery breath. Good, So being a fire practice, we've got a healthy amount of abdominal work here today. I wanna do one more thing. We are gonna hug our knees in again. And rock up. All right, before we get onto something else more restorative, we're gonna do one more of these. Now you can do the Kapalabhati breathing if you want, and maybe go for like 10, all right? Or you can just hold the boat in whichever way you need it, okay? So go if you wanna try it. Good, 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 good. And let's go ahead and let that be. All right. We're going to be going upside down a little bit. We're going to do I have options for you. It's legs up or half shoulder stand. So you have an option. You could do Viparita Karani, which is just, put your hips up. Here's the thing. these have to float. You can't be going, all right? You have to find the sweet spot where they float, okay? So blanket or block, and under the bones, not under your vertebra. So there's a tiny bit of work here, but mostly they're floating, all right? They're balanced. Now, if you want, you could also do half shoulder stand. So in order to do that, you kind of need to roll the elbows under, and then you got to use strength to get up. You're going to hold your hips in your hands, right? Like so. Get the hips into the hands and make sure that the elbows are sticking into the mat enough. Now, in class, I sometimes see people holding their hips with their fingers, and that's going to fatigue real fast. So if you can put it in the heels of the hand, much better. And again, this is half shoulder stand. The full is a little bit more, or a lot more intense. And I don't like to teach that unless I can actually be with you in person, all right? I mean, you could definitely find tutorials about it. I'm just really afraid of people going too much and doing, something icky to their neck, because there's many caveats I would add to a full shoulder stand, all right? So you see me kind of being playful up there with the legs, the feet kind of park over the eyes. And again, the way of experiencing this benefit without any strain is to just put those hips up like we were and have a good number of breaths. So wonderful to invert, all right? It's a classic. This is one of the oldest, kind of, if we talk about quote unquote poses, this is some of the oldest stuff that yogis did. Went upside down. And there's a reason. It's believed that we have immortality in our third eye region. And if we are right side up, it's constantly dripping down into the fire of the belly and destroyed. So these inversions, to some yogis, were the preservation of that nectar of immortality in the head, okay? All right, here's how I like to come down with strength, no plopping, all right? Arms solid on the floor. Legs drop over the face, and you use your abdominals to come on down slowly and controlled. No plopping. All right. Oh, don't flip up. Take a moment and allow things to kind of rebalance. Okay. Nice deep breath. So an inversion can be even as simple as having those hips up a little bit. Okay. So we are actually going to come onto our front. So go easy. Come onto your fronts for a moment. And we're gonna do a little bit of a back, some work for the back. So come on down here. And how about just a nice classic locust? Let me walk you through the options. So start with your hands in close, shrug your shoulders back, elbows hug, legs long, press them into the floor. Okay, you can even maybe see my knees come off the floor because they're so active. Most basic, draw these back so that the arms are kind of 90 degrees. Now, I say this once in a while too, don't do a lot of this. I'm doing it because I teach, but it's not great for you. So always do that, especially if it's on the same side all the time. Try to go with my cues and keep your neck long. Now, if you want, you could draw your hands back towards your feet even more. Maybe a little wrist stretch, or so much that your hands come up and maybe your feet come up. Now, draw your belly button in and up too. Squeeze the whole back side of the body. You should be looking towards or off the front of your mat, not down like this. Because again, I'm thinking about what's best for my neck. Keep those shoulders shrugged, and a higher version of this would be, again, that clasp like we did, like I showed it in the bridge, okay? Good, squeeze, squeeze. And then let's look to the side, arms rest at the side, and rest for a few breaths. All right, take a few really nice, just rest there, please. Rest there. Take a few really nice, huge breaths in the belly, all right? When you do that, you're gonna feel the lower spine expand a little bit, easing off on that fatigue, all right? Good. Pick up your head, look the other way, and give me 2 breaths there, okay? Again, one more deep breath in the belly, and then Oh my goodness, I have one more thing I want to do for your core. So if you want to, fists down, you can be fists and knees. Make sure your plank doesn't look like that. It's not a plank, is it? Ain't no board looks like that. Come on down, keep those hands under your shoulders. Make sure you're doing a plank. How do you know when you're doing a plank? I recommend you drop your hips artificially low. Be careful. And then use your abdominals to draw yourself back to what feels like a good working middle point, right? Or your feet. So if you're not able to look at yourself in the mirror, that is a good option. And fire in the belly. So again, inhale down into the belly, feed it with your prana, your life force. And then exhale from the feet up into the belly, feed it. Stoke it, everything in there. And the point here is not to burn out. The point is you finish your practice feeling very energized by that fire, okay? Good, you can always drop back to knees anytime you need to, otherwise, persevere. Oh my goodness, it's temporary. Temporary. Oh my goodness. Let's put those knees down. Oh, have a moment. Sit if you like to, or just have a moment in a quiet thunderbolt here. Take a smooth inhale. Smooth exhale. Let's just do a really light thunderbolt. Inhale, flow, exhale. The hands come to your low back and just lean forward a little bit. Inhale here. Exhale, maybe you lean far forward and the head touches down. If it bothers your knees, you can do something similar on your seat and go side to side even. Okay. Good, that'll be the last one, inhale. And then let's go ahead and come on through. And we're gonna do our belly twist. So let's go ahead, come on back. Returning to our back. And do a flow for a few of these. Arms wide, palms down, and hug your knees in. Inhale, and then exhale, drop your knees over to the left. And as you do, kind of bring your knees towards your elbow. Give it a crunch and look away, okay? Now inhale, come back center, then exhale to the other side. Crunch your knees towards your elbow and look the other way. So now let's smooth that out. Inhale, center, go real, smooth here, exhale. The more you can take out the jerkiness, inhale, the more you have gotten stronger in your core, okay? Every inhale, center. Every exhale, use your arms to stabilize. Let's have it again, all right? I'm gonna go ahead and do even one more flow on this. Kind of wringing our energy out here. Balancing it out in a twist, okay? Good, and go ahead. Now, let's go ahead and just benefit from hold it on the left. And if you want, you could take the top leg away, or just let them fall, okay? And again, you can pick up your head, look the other way. Just keeping it simple here, relaxing in the twist. This is something to, feel free to experiment. You can always press pause, and you can put your leg on something if that felt like too much. It would really help you to be able to rest and let that hip start to open up. Okay. You can always put a prop under your body in any pose. If you have the chance to do a restorative practice, and they probably are, let's go gentle back to center. I am going to bet, I didn't say this last time, but take your hips and move them to the left, all right? And then drop over to the right. And then lengthen or not. That hip move is a pro move, all right? It's good for your SI joint. I wish I could say for sure. I'm almost positive there are restorative classes on the on-demand series, the special series, where you can find those in the upper right. I've done several special series, and so has Every instructor here really, I'm pretty sure, has had the chance to do that. Really, really wonderful stuff in those because it's very specifically focused on a goal and allows you to work through it. And of course, you always want to favorite things that are a good challenge to you, or you just like, so you can find them more quickly. Click the heart button. All right, let's go ahead and come front. And today I'd like to actually finish sitting up for a sec. Come on up, cross your legs. If it feels better, sit up on a blanket like this. Cross the legs, and if possible, don't have to do this if it's not. Take your first 2 fingers and find your big toes like this. And then you're gonna inhale, lift your heart, and as you exhale, draw your belly in and use this, just use your hands on your legs to just fold forward. All right? So I feel the need to not have the blanket. Let's do that again. Inhale, come on up. And then exhale from the navel in and up. Inhale, or I should say sit up. Let's do a big one, okay? Get your breath back. Take an inhale, big, deep, fill your belly. Press the belly out. Now pause, feel the energy swirl in that belly. Now, let it go. Good. Let's inhale. We're gonna do that one more time, so just get easy. Smooth and deep inhale, fill your belly, puff it out. Pause and let it swirl. Good. And it'll come back on up. That is called Tadagi Mudra. That swirling of the prana. And then we're gonna do just Baddha Konasana here. So find your butterfly, feet together. All right, hands around the feet if it works. Lift on up. And try to find some way to relax in this. This is a fold. If it's more relaxing to do this, go ahead. Otherwise, you can also relax forward. Notice how when you do a folding forward, you are compressing your belly. You're actually helping your exhale. And your exhale is your relaxed state. Okay? Let it go. On your next exhale, let something go. Breath is effortless. And on your next exhale, continue to let that thing go or let something else go. There is a mantra called Idam Namama. And what it means is, this is not mine. It's a reminder to not be attached to things, to your practice. Part of the yogic journey is one of detachment, freeing ourselves from those strings that keep us unhappy, bound in so many ways, all right? Take just a moment, cross your legs, and sit in some peaceful tallness here for a moment. Have your hands and arms be comfortable, and give me a nice deep inhale, and an even deeper and more relaxed exhale. I'd like you to do that 2 more times, exhaling out through the mouth. So nice, smooth inhale. Once more, surrender. Idam Namama. Another one, effortless breathing. Open mouth sigh, surrender. And just rest in that peace, in that new space. Wonderful. Bring the hands to the arm center and bow the chin to the chest. Namaste, everyone. Please practice again if it is going to give you some extra oomph in flexibility or strength. And I will see you next time. All right, take care.
I'm Sarah, and this is Cardio Dance. Are you guys ready to work out? Let's do it.
That's where we want to go.
Last 10 seconds. I'm right here with you. Let's do it.
Welcome to the Y. My name is Erin. I'm Jennifer.
My name is Linda.
My name is Tommy, and today we're going to do a quick step routine.
We feeling like we can conquer the world today?
I wish you all could smell it. It smells so good.
Time. We get stronger in my world. We're going to do it again.
We'll see you again. Keep working hard. You did awesome.